Hello world, hello YouTube land. Right, this was a nice surprise. Batman and Catwoman number 22 from Peter Tomasi. I say nice surprise because after last month's issue, which was Batman and Batgirl, isn't it, Barbara Gordon. After last month, I was really thinking about dropping this one. It wasn't seem to be going anywhere really. It was quite an interesting month, and I was telling myself that if this month is as bad as last month's, this one's going to be dropped. So thankfully I can report, no, it wasn't. It was really good. It was a really good month. I'll explain why. As usual, my reviews, there'll be spoilers throughout. Watch out for that if you don't want to be spoiled. Right, at the beginning of the book, we have Catwoman doing what Catwoman does in the museum, upside down. There you go, nice artwork there of Catwoman. Stealing some artifacts. And as she's doing this, she gets a call from Colonel Trevor. Colonel Trevor, obviously the leader of the Justice League of America, isn't he? So it's nice to see a tie in there with what's happening in Jeff Johns' Justice League of America. Let me go to the Batman. He's completely buff there, isn't he? He's on a lot of protein shakes and chicken breasts. I don't know if, you know, in the real world, if her blood was that buff, he'd be able to do what Batman does. He wouldn't be that mobile, would he, with all that, you know, muscle mass. But anyway, right, we introduced here to Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly's looking after Bruce Wayne's dog, Lotus. It was basically Damian Wayne's dog, really. The way that Carrie Kelly ties in is that she was like a drama teacher for Damian Wayne, and she's wondering what's happened to him, obviously, because Damian Wayne was Robin and Robin's dead. And Bruce Wayne's been telling her that Damian's in a different country, having a different experience, educational experience, but he's sort of fobbing her off really when she's trying to find out information about what's happened to him. Then we go, there's Bruce Wayne looking really buff again. He does deal with Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly gives him some like a hard drive discs. What do they call those? Flash drives. Oh yeah, flash drives with old interviews of her and Damian. And in exchange, Bruce Wayne promises Kelly that he'll get in contact with his son, and in turn he'll make sure that his son contacts her. That's what he promises anyway. It's hard to do, of course, because Damian's dead. There we have poor Bruce Wayne wallowing in depression, listening to old recordings of his son Damian and his guys as Robin. So this is something that's bound to cheer him up. The arrival of Catwoman. And Catwoman at the beginning of the comic, she was contacted by Colonel Trevor. Colonel Trevor wanted her to do some business for him. Catwoman needs Batman's help. Yeah, okay. It appears that Batman wasn't aware that Catwoman was in the Justice League of America, which I find quite hard to believe. You know, Batman's the ultimate insider, really, isn't he? He's got cameras and microphones and things everywhere, really. So I'm sure he would have known that, but in this comic it appears that he didn't know. Right, Catwoman asks Batman to help her retrieve a spy, an American spy, who's been tortured by the Chinese. So it appears that the Chinese are the bad guys in the DC universe, even though in the real world we know, don't we, really, that the Americans and the Chinese sort of work together. I mean, you have all the American corporations who actually own the American politicians, so they own America, sending all their manufacturing base to China, really. They do a deal together, they work together, but in the world of comics, the Chinese still appear to be the bad guys. Batman and Catwoman break into the Chinese embassy, where the Chinese spy turns out to be a little girl. He's tortured by other Chinese supervillains. The little girl is actually the daughter of a top like a Chinese weapon manufacturer. What the Chinese are doing is they're basically using her as like a blackmail piece, really. We'll return your daughter when you come back to us and start making us weapons again. So Batman and Catwoman get the little girl back. What was her name? Geely. Get her name back. Get her back. And I assumed in that this evil Chinese scientist who was or not so evil really. This Chinese weapon manufacturer, stroke scientist, was making weapons for the Chinese, is now going to be making weapons for the Americans. And of course, when the Americans make weapons and kill people in Iraq and Afghanistan and Libya and everywhere, that's okay, because they're the good guys, aren't they? They're the good guys. But that's good. That's good. But if we could forget that, forget the real world stuff. We have a really nice touching scene really here, where Batman plays family there. He's got the little girl who he's rescued, G Lee, and there's she can play like a surrogate daughter for the evening, and Catwoman as the surrogate wife. So there's a nice little family unit there. And Batman's even got a smile on his face, so he's getting a bit happy now thanks to the intervention of Catwoman, whether she meant it or not. And he even gives her a present as well. He's bought her a new helmet, and Catwoman's response, meow. So that's quite nice. And that artwork is really good, isn't it? You know, give them full credit for that. That looks really nice. I like that. Okay. Now back to the story of Kelly and trying to find out what's happened to Damian Wayne. She gets a telephone call from Damian Wayne. And Damian's saying, I'm in Beijing. Isn't Beijing China? Aren't China the bad guys in this comic? Anyway, the telephone call from Damian Wayne saying, let's see, I really miss our sessions, but my father sent me to Beijing for the next few months to broaden my horizons. So he's just fobbing her off for the time being. He's not telling Kelly the truth yet that Damian Wayne is dead. He somehow managed to duplicate his son's voice to give her the answer phone message. She's a clever girl though, so I'm sure she'll be asking questions again after a few weeks when a few things don't quite add up. And as we end the comic, we have what appears to be Two-Face in a restaurant. Really nice colours. I like the oranges in this. So that's a new plot that's going on with Batman and that's actually normally Batman and Robin this comic, isn't it? And Batman and Catwoman. What's the next month? Let's see. It'll be Batman and Nightwing next month. So I don't know what's going on with Two-Face, but that's interesting. So it appears that quite a few things are going on in the comic. We've got the Kelly issue. Batman's popping her off about what's happened to his son, but she's about to find out soon, isn't she? I've got a feeling that Kelly's going to be the new Robin. So I'm looking forward to that. The character of Batman, he seems to be getting over his depression a bit, you know. And Catwoman really played a really essential role in this, because she was helping Batman sort of break out of himself and do good things for other people, which is always a good way of lifting depression, I find, in the real world as well, you know. So I actually enjoyed it. This was just very surprising. It was a good comic. I'll give this a very strong 8 out of 10. There's some good character progression with Batman, like Bruce Wayne and Kelly, and we've got this plot with Two-Face. What's going on there? I don't know. So I'm looking forward to finding out where that goes in the next issue. And I'll give this my full recommendation. This is something I didn't think I'll be saying just a couple of hours ago before I read this. Nice one, Mr. Peter Tomasi. The train seemed to be off the rails, but you managed to put it back on again. Nice one, mate. Right, see ya.